Aloha Foilers, this is Brian Finch of Foil the World, and today we have, boom, Appletree Surfboards Foil Surf Pro. This is a super fun little board. Appletree Surfboards was started by two brothers in Holland, and now they do the production side in Portugal. This is a really cool company, eco-conscious. Appletree Surfboards is certified by Sustainable Surf, trying to keep their carbon footprint down as low as possible and thinking sustainable. So this beautiful board here is 4'3", 19 inches wide, 24 liters. I'm 155 pounds, that's about 70 kilos, and this thing is hard for me to paddle. It's doable, but when the surf gets overhead and there's current in the water and you have to sprint out of the impact zone, this becomes a bit of a challenge. Besides from being a little tough paddling into waves, once you're up and flying, this board feels great. It's very stiff, it's very thin, your foot is super close to the foil, so it has an extremely reactive feel, responsive. This has a bit of a boat hole nose here to it, as you can see. For paddling through chops, paddling into waves and cutting through the water, you can feel the bolt hole. You can really feel it in action there. This bolt hole design also works good when you're, hitting whitewash, making contact with the wave. It does a pretty good job in deflecting the whitewash, keeping you up on foil. When you do catch a rail at slower speeds especially, it seems to grab the water and pull it down through this whole long surface here. It doesn't feel like it expels the water as much as I would want it to at a slow speed touchdown, but when you're up with speed, it skips off the water pretty good and does great at skipping off with control on whitewater rebound situations. Let's talk about the construction of this board. It just feels solid. It's not going to be easy to put your fingerprints in this thing. Up and riding has a very stiff feeling to it. You're getting a lot of drive from your body straight to the foil. I mean, your foot is super close to the foil. It's very thin here in the tail, and it just makes sense that you're going to transfer your energy straight into the foil and you're going to feel that reaction. Appletree Surfboards has a really unique construction method. One of their secrets is they use a 50K foam. It's a super high density foam that's 100% waterproof, doesn't off gas. It also doesn't delam. They use a honeycomb PET fiber and it makes a really great sandwiched connection there, kind of fuses the two together. Same thing is going on in the boxes. It's routed by CNC, then they lay in the honeycomb, they lay in the carbon fiber, everything is double layered, sandwiched up, super strong construction. They've reportedly not had any boxes blow out. It is super solid. Just feeling it, riding it, you know that this thing was built with a lot of care, a lot of clever ingenuity here. There's two different models for the Pro Foil Surf here. This is the lower volume model, and there's also a higher volume, but very similar shape and dimensions. I've been riding this board both prone and with straps. One of my straps kind of gave a little stain here. This thing has handled a beating, some decent airs, some decent impacts coming down onto the deck, and there's barely, there's hardly any pressure things going on. It's just really strong. So we got a bit of V there, as well as some pretty generous nose kick up in those first few, 6 inches or so. In the back, it looks pretty straight out the back. I don't think this has any tail rocker. And when you ride it, it feels like it's very centered, balanced, no rocker going on there. And then a little bit of the kick tail there for release and initial release. This board being lower volume, having this whole design and flat out the back, it doesn't release super fast from the water when you're initially taking off. A lot of that is due to the low volume and performance kind of design here. But once you're up and riding, like I said, this thing is super reactive. It's a great ride. It goes where you tell it to. I can certainly attest to the build quality on these boards, as well as the performance quality. Appletree comes highly recommended for me. They're certainly onto a great thing. The Burma brothers, they got it going on, man. They're putting out a great product, and I would highly recommend this. They're based out of Europe, but they are shipping worldwide. You can get this board sent to you anywhere. Really, at the end of the day, there's not much I would change about this board. I really like it, aside from needing a few more liters to accommodate my body weight, and maybe a little bit of a bevel to the rail and filling it up just a touch. But I'm not even positive that would increase performance, it's my guess. So if you're looking to grab an Appletree surfboard, check them out, appletreesurfboards.com or at Appletree Surfboards on Instagram. As always, please hit that like button, please subscribe, please share this with a friend, please join the conversation. Drop a question, a comment. Let me know if you've ridden an Appletree. Let me know if you're looking to get one. Let me know what kind of board you're riding. Let's have a little convo about this bad boy. All right. Thank you so much. Foil the world.
Come true.